Lagos State Police Command has detained a 23-year-old man for allegedly beating his girlfriend to death in Ijedodo, Isheri-Osun state area of the state. The command spokesperson CSP Benjamin Hundeyin confirmed the incident on Monday, stating that it occurred on Friday around 8 p.m. According to Hundeyin, a neighbor reported the case to the Isheri-Osun Police Division after witnessing the suspect assaulting his girlfriend for reasons yet to be determined. A few minutes later, the suspect screamed for help. On reaching his apartment, the neighbor found the girlfriend lying unconscious on the bed with visible marks of violence on her body, Hundeyin said. The victim was rushed to a hospital in Ijedodo, where she was confirmed dead by the doctor on duty. Police detectives visited the crime scene and the hospital inspected and photographed the body, which has now been deposited at the morgue in Yaba for autopsy. The suspect remains in custody as investigations continue. Let's talk about domestic violence. What are your thoughts on the current rise of domestic violence? Well, a few weeks ago, we had the incident of a man and his wife. I think his wife suspected him of having an affair, and during the argument or the discussion, she picked up a knife and cut off his penis, and while he was bleeding, he picked up a machete and cut off her head, and they both died. What are your thoughts on domestic violence and the current rise? Sadly, the president of the House of Reps yesterday talked about how that has been on the rise, domestic violence cases. What are your thoughts in that regard?
To me, situations like this, my only advice, my own advice to anybody, if you find that this person is not good with you, it's not good to stay with you, the best is for you to leave the person. The best is for you to leave the person. We know we have nagging women and also nagging men.
Okay.
It's not just the women. We have nagging women and also nagging men. Some men believe they can go out to work and come back anytime without anybody asking. But if their wife goes to market and spends 2 hours, it's a problem. Some women believe they are in charge of the family, so they can come back anytime. Probably the father is the Uber driver. Let me use Uber driver for example.
Since we're coming from a Uber report.
Let me use the Uber driver. He can come back to the house and support the family anyhow with the children. She believes she works in the bank, she can go with anything. If the man complain, bank closed by 6 o'clock and you're coming by 10 o'clock, what's happening? She now asks him, you don't know if I don't stay like that, the family will not feed. A man will get upset and hits.
Why is that? Why is it upsetting getting to hitting? What happened to conflict resolution and discussions as adults were?
You see men of these days. That's why I say children marry children nowadays. That's why you see what you're seeing. Children marry children nowadays. Why I sound the way I'm sounding?
What do you mean by children?
Why I sound the way I'm sounding? If you're coming from these days children, you find out that a little boy of 15, 16, 17, 18 years have a car. 2 of us. I'm not even asking you. Have a car presently. Tell me in the next 17, 18...
Is that a norm?
It's not, but it's what you're seeing today. I'm trying to get to the domestic violence area.
Okay.
Now, at 20, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, a young boy is planning to get married without knowing anything about marriage. Probably stays with his father that has been beating his mother. Or stays with his mother that has been dissing his father. I don't want them to diss me the way they are dissing my father. Or I want to be like my father that is always in control. That's what leads to domestic violence. A woman will tell you, my mom was involved, my mom was in charge of the family. My dad cannot say anything now. Before he talk once, she'll just give him what he wants. They grow up with that mentality. and get married, come together, and start doing the same thing.
So you think domestic violence is on the rise or on the high or the increase because children see these things in the home front when you're growing up?
Yes. What they see is what they practice. Once they see their father hitting their mother, they go to school and start hitting everybody around them.
Because they think that's the right
They
way.
believe it's the right thing. You see a small boy telling somebody that's older than him, shut up your mouth. She said no, he slaps. From small, in school. Primary school.
Do you think their parents are aware of this behavior?
Sometimes parents are not aware. Children do what they see. Not in your presence.
Right.
Not in your presence. Once they are out of you, they do what they want to do. You can't vouch for a child once he's out of the house. You can only vouch for yourself.
What are the best ways to resolve conflict in your opinion?
Walk away. Number one is walk away. As a man, once you see it's coming, the best you can do is to run away. Sometimes the women will not give you privilege to go to anywhere. They even lock you out, lock you inside the house. You're not going anywhere. Keep quiet. Sit down and look. Silent. It's just the key.
So you wouldn't defend yourself, you wouldn't have a conversation.
Once you raise any motion of defending yourself, it gets violent.
Now, given that we go through lots of counseling prior to marriage, you have all this church counseling, some even take up to 6 months. What do you think intending couples learn from this counseling things, people now attend, and we still have lots and high rise of domestic violence? What do you think they learn from the counseling sections?
They learn only one thing. And you know that. You know what they learn?
We would like to know.
Divorce.
That's what they learn there?
Yes.
How to divorce?
Once she's not going the right way, divorce.
That's what they learn during counseling?
Yes.
I thought well, from the religious angle, did they tell them to divorce?
Presently, I feel they do. Because a marriage that is toxic, you have to run. If you're in a marriage that they beat you all the time, will you stay there? You run. If you're in a marriage that you cannot come back from work and be happy with your family, you run. I have a colleague that ran away. When I mean ran away, left his big mansion and is now renting house. Staying in a self-contained on his own.
You think running away is much better than resolving conflict?
No, it all depends on the individual. You understand? It all depends on the individual. That's why I say 2 things are involved. Is either divorce or you run away. Running away does not mean you're scared. Running away means, let me just let them be. Maybe when they are head straight, I'll come back.